Hi everyone, ready to learn with me? Okay, we continue our lesson. Now we go on to lesson 3. We will talk about article. Article is used when we want to make the noun definite or indefinite. Article actually a part of modifier, but I have it separated because there are many rules. So I hope that by having this separated, you can understand more about articles. Okay, there are 4 things that you have to know. The first is indefinite articles, a or an. Indefinite articles relates to singular countable noun. I repeat, singular countable noun. Okay, I will give you some examples. The first is he is an ecologist. This is subject complement with subject complement, or sometimes showing an occupation, like he is a teacher, he is a soldier. Okay, the next is what a dangerous journey. So this is a kind of exclamation sentence. What a dangerous journey. Or you can have it like this. This forest has been explored by explorers for almost a decade, with some measurement like this, numerical measurement, a decade, an hour, a year, a couple of, yeah. And then the second is definite article. Definite articles, why it is definite? Because I will give you examples. There was a crazy ecologist. The ecologist transected the most dense forest for months on foot. The ecologist, it is definite. Ecologist become definite because it has been mentioned before, or in the previous sentence we have mentioned it. Or it is definite because there is adjective clause, or you can add or explain it with prepositional phrase. The gorillas which were infected by the Ebola virus live there. So which gorilla? The gorilla which were infected by the Ebola virus. So this is adjective clause. Actually, there are more than that. I mean the rules, but later you can come to my website or my YouTube about articles. And then number 3 is zero article. Means that we don't need article at all. Zero article usually when we talk about the uncountable, or something that is more general than a or an. When we use the, we can use singular or plural. We can use countable or we can use uncountable. But for zero article, commonly we use the uncountable or something that is general. Even you can use countable, but it is general. Okay, I give you the example. They didn't drink fresh water for a month. Fresh water. This is uncountable. So we cannot say they didn't drink a fresh water. And then loneliness is what fears the explorers. Loneliness here is abstract, uncountable. Abstract or uncountable abstract noun. And this is general. If you want to make to use a or the, it is okay for this word, but it needs another explanation, like another modifier or another word to explain about this one, so it will become more specific. For example, the loneliness that we have blah 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 blah, the loneliness which, or the loneliness of, like that. So again, zero article when you think that the noun is general. The next, vowel sound versus consonant sound, especially this is for this article or an, when you use a or when you use an. Okay, I will give you, before I give you the example, as I told you, if you want to learn more about the rules when we use the articles, you can come to my website, visit this one, as I told you that this is the part of modifier, and watch my YouTube about articles or modifiers. Okay, I will give you example in sentences. A defrosted mummy was found along the border between Austria and Italy. Some medical tests were performed on the mummy. Curiosity led anthropologists to learn it for years. So a defrosted mummy. A defrosted mummy. So it is more general than the mummy. It becomes specific. Which mummy? The mummy of here. It is mentioned before. Yeah, it is mentioned before. And curiosity, it is more general. Any curiosity. It is not specific. Okay, it is better that we have exercise. Choose the letter of the underlined word or group of words that is not correct. I hope by this exercise you can more understand about the use of articles. Number 1, hearing the rumors that the virulent Ebola virus has struck gorillas in the Gabon, some ecologists went into an isolated and uncharted wilderness. Hearing the rumors, the virulent Ebola virus, the Gabon, all with articles. So which one is wrong? Okay, this one. Why? Because it is a name. So we just have in Gabon without the, proper name. So we don't need the next. They had to walk 1,200 miles across West Central Africa to transect all wildest forest remaining between a northeastern corner of the Republic of the Congo and the Atlantic. Which one is it? Okay, correct. So wildest forest. Why? Because it contains superlative. When we have superlative, wildest, you need the next. That was such dangerous journey because it involved human costs including fatigue, hunger, loneliness, tedium, some diseases, and the inescapable nuisance of infected feet. Which one? Okay. Dangerous journey. This is the same as the exclamation that I have given as the example before. Such a dangerous journey. So we need a. The next. Few helpers of the team could not stand undergoing the harsh condition and began to get fever, so they went home. This one. Yes. Why? Because home is used alone. If we have a certain specific information, another information, for example, a home for homeless, you can have a. But here, the meaning, home is used alone. So they went home without article or zero article. The next is, in the late September of 1999, after the first 3 months of working, few members were quite ill and couldn't continue the journey. Okay, that's correct. In the late September, so this is again the name of month, so we don't need the in late September. The next, as the leader of the team is ecologist who was ever trained as a biologist, he could identify the herbaceous tropical plants when they submerge in a swirl of vegetation. Okay. You can see this. a biologist. So this is also a complement or subject complement. So an ecologist, be careful. This is an ecologist, but this is a biologist, as I told you about vowel sound and consonant sound. Okay, the next. Due to the green stems with multiple branches cropping crosswise and upward standing 15 feet high, they moved only 60 steps an hour. Yes, correct. So D is wrong. It should be an hour. It is like what I told you before. It deals with the vowel sound and consonant sound. An hour. So hour is not whole but hour. That's why it is considered as the vowel sound. We need an. Okay, the next. When they reached Sangha River, the villagers reminded the leader that it would be impossible to continue their journey, but the leader motivated himself to move on. Okay, this one. Sangha River. It is a name. What is the difference between Sangha River and the Gibbon in number 1? This is Sangha River, so there is the river to show that this is the name of geographical name. That's why we need the. With geographical name, we use the. Okay, the next. Despite the 3 miserable weeks when they had to drink a swamp water and survive with the less supply of food, they were still motivated to continue their journey. Yes, correct. A swamp water, because water is uncountable. So we cannot say a. When they reached the supply point, they arranged an airdrop via satellite phone, and the drop was success. This one? This one, correct. If it is adjective, successful, it will be correct. But this is noun. That's why we need this. The drop was a success. Okay. Is it difficult? I hope that it is not. After you learn from my video about articles, or you come to, or you visit my website, I hope that you can do this exercise better. Okay. Thank you for learning with me. Goodbye.